In the heart of Europe lies Germany, a land of contrasts, where ancient forests, vibrant cities, and fairy tale castles await. Join us as we journey from northern shores to alpine peaks, exploring wonders both celebrated and hidden. Like, comment, and subscribe to be part of this adventure. Let's begin. Germany is a land of surprises. Over a third of it is cloaked in ancient forests, inspiring fairy tales and traditions like the Christmas tree. Here, bread is an art, with hundreds of varieties, and castles dot the hills, silent witnesses to a divided past. Even today, Germany's love for stories lives on in its bustling magazine culture, revealing a nation shaped by nature, history, and imagination. Germany's ingenuity and traditions shape daily life, from inventing Fanta during wartime scarcity to the famed Autobahn and cherished festivals like Oktoberfest. Germany's love for innovation, nature, and heritage connects generations, preserving the past while embracing the future. From the fertile plains of Bavaria, the Alps rise like a great wall, their peaks scraping the sky. Here stands Neuschwanstein, a vision from a forgotten age, dreamt into existence. Its pale limestone towers and soaring turrets reach for the heavens, created by King Ludwig II, the fairy tale king, as his ultimate sanctuary. Today it remains a monument to an unfinished dream, open to the world after his mysterious death. To cross the threshold of Neuschwanstein is to step into the mind of King Ludwig II. Inside, dazzling murals, carved wood, and swan motifs evoke legends and dreams. The Singers' Hall, Goldleaf, and Wagner's operas, each room blurs fantasy and reality. Neuschwanstein is more than a castle. It is a monument to art, imagination, and the enduring power of dreams. In eastern Germany, near the Czech border, Saxon Switzerland rises, a kingdom of stone sculpted by water and time. Towering sandstone pillars, remnants of an ancient seabed, create a labyrinth of canyons and spires. Hardy pines and mosses cling to the rocks, while peregrine falcons soar above. This dramatic landscape has inspired artists and remains a sanctuary for wildlife and wonder. The Bastei Bridge rises from ancient sandstone pillars, a breathtaking link between nature and human ingenuity. Its arches soar above the ravine, offering sweeping views of the Elbe and the forests below. At sunset, the bridge glows in golden light, a timeless connection between worlds and a testament to coexistence with nature. We journey south, to the very edge of Germany, where the earth rears up to meet the sky in a breathtaking display of raw power. These are the Bavarian Alps, a formidable barrier of rock, ice, and snow that forms the northernmost fringe of Europe's greatest mountain range. This is a land of extremes, where serene pastoral valleys lie in the shadow of jagged, unforgiving peaks. The air here is thin and crisp, carrying the scent of pine and the distant sound of cowbells. A timeless melody that speaks of a life lived in harmony with the rhythm of the seasons and the formidable presence of the mountains. The formation of these colossal structures is a story of immense geological violence. For millions of years, the African and Eurasian tectonic plates have been locked in a slow-motion collision, their immense forces buckling and folding the Earth's crust, thrusting ancient seabeds thousands of meters into the atmosphere. The evidence of this titanic struggle is etched into every cliff face, every contorted stratum of rock. Glaciers, the great sculptors of the ice ages, have since carved and polished these peaks, gouging out deep U-shaped valleys and leaving behind sharp arêtes and pointed horns that now pierce the clouds. Life here must be resilient, adaptable, and opportunistic. High on the scree slopes, the alpine ibex, a masterful climber, defies gravity with its specially adapted hooves, navigating near vertical faces with an ease that is simply astonishing. Its thick coat provides insulation against the biting winds and frigid temperatures. In the meadows below, the marmot stands sentinel, its sharp whistle a warning of approaching danger, a vital signal in this open, exposed environment. These creatures are perfectly attuned to their world, their survival dependent on an intimate knowledge of its challenges and its resources. For centuries, these mountains were seen as hostile, dangerous places, the abode of dragons and spirits. But they have also been a provider. The dense forests on the lower slopes offered timber and fuel, while the high alpine pastures, or almen, provided seasonal grazing for livestock. This practice of transhumance, moving herds to high pastures in summer, is a tradition that continues to this day. It is a way of life forged by the mountains themselves, a delicate and enduring relationship between humans and this powerful and at times perilous environment. The allure of the high peaks has long drawn adventurers to this region, seeking challenge, solitude, and a connection with the untamed world. The network of trails that crisscross these mountains is extensive, ranging from gentle paths that meander through wildflower meadows to perilous high-altitude routes that demand skill, courage, and respect for the mountain's unpredictable nature. Each step is a journey of discovery, revealing new vistas, hidden waterfalls, and the quiet, subtle beauty of the alpine flora that blooms with vibrant intensity during the short summer months. The changing seasons bring a dramatic transformation to the landscape. In spring, as the snow recedes, the valleys erupt in a carpet of green, and glacial meltwater swells the streams and rivers into raging torrents. Summer offers long days for exploring, the high meadows ablaze with gentian, edelweiss, and alpine roses. But it is perhaps autumn that is most spectacular, when the larch trees turn a brilliant gold, creating a stunning contrast against the dark pines and the first dustings of snow on the highest peaks. It is a final, glorious flourish before the landscape succumbs to the deep sleep of winter. Winter clothes the Alps in a thick blanket of white, silencing the landscape and presenting a new set of challenges and opportunities. This is the season of survival. The ibex and chamois descend to lower, more sheltered elevations, while smaller creatures hibernate beneath the insulating snowpack. For humans, it becomes a playground for skiing and snowshoeing, a chance to experience the stark, crystalline beauty of the frozen world. The silence is profound, broken only by the crunch of snow underfoot or the sigh of wind through the skeletal branches of the trees. Whether blanketed in snow or adorned with summer flowers, the Bavarian Alps exert a powerful, almost primal pull. They are a reminder of the raw, untamed forces that continue to shape our planet. To be here is to feel a sense of perspective, to understand our own smallness in the face of such timeless geological grandeur. It is a place that challenges the body, inspires the soul, and leaves an indelible mark on all who answer its call. A call that echoes from the highest peaks and the deepest valleys of this majestic mountain kingdom. Leaving the wild, vertical world of the Alps, our journey takes us north into the heart of Bavaria, to a place where time itself appears to have stood still. This is Rothenburg ob der Tauber, a town perched high above the Tauber River. It is not a ruin or a reconstruction, but a living, breathing medieval town perfectly preserved within its formidable ring of defensive walls. To walk through its gates is to step across a threshold into another era, a world of cobblestone streets, half-timbered houses, and towering gatehouses that have watched over this community for more than 700 years. The town's survival is, in itself, a remarkable story. It reached the zenith of its power and prosperity in the Middle Ages, a free imperial city on a vital trade route. Its wealth is still evident in the grandeur of its architecture, from the magnificent town hall to the ornate fountains that grace its public squares. But its fortunes waned, and it was this very decline, this slow drift into obscurity, that ultimately saved it. Spared the ravages of industrialization and modern development, Rothenburg slumbered, its medieval character locked away, waiting to be rediscovered. The walls are the town's defining feature. A complete circuit stretching for over 2 kilometers, punctuated by more than 40 towers and gates. One can walk along much of their length, along the covered ramparts, peering through arrow slits that were once manned by vigilant watchmen. From this elevated position, you gain a unique perspective on the town's layout, a chaotic yet harmonious jumble of steep, red-tiled roofs. It is a view that has changed little over the centuries, a tapestry of human habitation woven tightly within its protective stone embrace. every corner turned reveals another captivating scene. Narrow alleyways, barely wide enough for a cart, open onto sun-drenched squares. The intricate wrought iron signs that hang above the shops are works of art in themselves, each one depicting the trade of the craftsman within. The very stones underfoot seem to whisper stories of the past, of merchants and knights, artisans and pilgrims who have walked these same paths. It is this immersive, authentic atmosphere that makes Rothenburg so utterly enchanting, a perfectly preserved ecosystem of a bygone human era. As daylight fades, the night watchman emerges, lantern in hand, leading visitors through Rothenburg's cobblestone streets. His tales echo off ancient walls, connecting us to centuries past. Here, fairy tale houses and the iconic Plon line create a living storybook. Rothenburg is a jewel of history, its charm and spirit preserved in every stone. The Rhine, a river of legend, carves through Western Europe, its waters shaping land, history, and life. For centuries, castles have watched over its banks, silent witnesses to empires, culture, and conflict. Steep vineyards cling to the slopes, their grapes capturing the valley's unique spirit. The Rhine Gorge, dramatic and wild, reveals nature's power and the enduring legacy of this storied river. Life along the Rhine moves to the rhythm of the river itself. In half-timbered towns and winding cobblestone streets, tradition and nature intertwine. The river sustains both people and wildlife, shaping the valley's culture and beauty through the seasons. As night falls, illuminated castles and twinkling towns reflect on the water, a timeless scene of peace and wonder. Deep in the Bavarian Alps lies Lake Königsee, a breathtaking emerald jewel carved by glaciers. Its crystal-clear waters reflect the sky, surrounded by towering cliffs and ancient forests. Only electric boats glide here, preserving the lake's peace and purity. The legendary Watzmann Massif stands watch, its peaks shrouded in myth and mist. A journey on the Königsee is incomplete without its famous echo. The captain pauses the boat, plays a trumpet, and the melody returns, haunting and clear from the cliffs. At the far end, the Church of St. Bartholomew stands in peaceful seclusion, accessible only by boat. Beyond, Obersee's mirrored waters and wild beauty offer a sanctuary for both soul and alpine wildlife. On the banks of the Neckar River, where the Rhine plain meets the Odenwald hills, lies Heidelberg, a city that embodies German romanticism. Its old town, spared by war, is a labyrinth of Baroque beauty and vibrant life. The university, Germany's oldest, infuses the city with youthful energy and intellectual spirit. The Alte Brücke frames breathtaking views of the river, red rooftops, and the castle's majestic ruins. And beside it, the bridge monkey, a playful symbol of Heidelberg's enduring charm and legend. Heidelberg Castle dominates the city from its perch on the Königstuhl hillside, a grand collage of Gothic and Renaissance styles shaped by centuries of splendor and ruin. Its red Neckar sandstone glows in the sunlight, lending the ruins a captivating melancholic beauty. From the terraces, the panorama of Old Town and the Neckar Valley unfolds, a view that inspired romantic poets and painters. Heidelberg Castle is a place of splendor and decay, unforgettable in its beauty and history. The Moselle Valley, sculpted by water over millennia, is a world of winding rivers, steep vineyards, and vibrant towns. Here, vineyards cling to dramatic slopes, and the Riesling grape thrives in slate-rich soil. Presiding over it all is Kochum, watched by the timeless Reichsburg Castle, a true sentinel of the river. Deep within a secluded valley, Burg Eltz stands hidden among ancient woodlands. To reach it is to journey through a forgotten world where the castle rises from stone, blending into the forest. Unconquered for centuries, it remains in the same family, a living testament to resilience, history, and the quiet magic of the German forest. The Romantic Road in southern Germany is a modern route, weaving through vineyards, medieval towns, and rolling Bavarian countryside. It connects pearls like Rothenburg ob der Tauber and Dinkelspool, where cobbled streets and half-timbered houses preserve a timeless way of life. The journey is slow, passing tranquil fields, church spires, and villages, an exhibition of Germany's enduring beauty and tradition. As we journey south, gentle hills give way to the dramatic Bavarian Alps. The Romantic Road reaches its crescendo at Neuschwanstein Castle, perched above the Alpine world. In Füssen, the cultivated landscape surrenders to rock and ice, marking the end of a route that guides us from human achievement to nature's sublime grandeur. Far to the north, on the Baltic Sea, lies Lübeck, a city born of water and trade. Built on an island encircled by the river Trave, Lübeck flourished behind natural defenses. Its skyline is defined by soaring brick church spires, beacons for mariners and symbols of ambition. Lübeck's wealth came from salt and herring, fueling its rise as the Hanseatic League's queen. The Holstentor Gate stands as Lübeck's proud symbol, a portal to its medieval heart. To understand the inner life of Lübeck, one must explore its hidden worlds. Behind the grand facades of the main streets lies a maze of narrow passageways leading to secluded courtyards, known as Hofe and Gange. These were the city's social capillaries, residential complexes built in the back gardens of the wealthy merchants to house the city's artisans and laborers. To wander through them is to experience a different scale of life, a more intimate and communal existence. These courtyards are oases of tranquility, often adorned with climbing roses and cobblestones. A secret domestic world hidden from the public gaze. The wealth that funded these grand constructions and complex social structures flowed from the city's harbor. The warehouses that line the Trave, with their characteristic gables and winches, are a testament to this mercantile past. Here, goods from across the known world were once loaded and unloaded. Salt, fish, furs from Russia, cloth from Flanders, and wine from France. The very air must have been thick with the scent of tar, salt, and exotic spices. Today, though the scale of trade has changed, the connection to the water remains elemental to Lübeck's identity, with pleasure boats and historic vessels now occupying the spaces once crowded with Hanseatic cogs. And from this global trade, a particular delicacy emerged for which Lübeck is now famous: marzipan. Legend holds that during a 15th century siege, when flour ran out, the city's bakers were commanded to make bread from the only ingredients available in abundance: almonds and sugar from the warehouses. Whether born of necessity or luxury, Lübeck marzipan became a protected specialty, a sweet legacy of the city's far-reaching trade networks. It is a taste of history, a confectionery fossil record of the city's golden age as a dominant force in international commerce. Today, Lübeck stands as a remarkably complete example of a medieval northern European city. Its island heart, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is a living museum, but it is not frozen in time. It is a vibrant community where the echoes of Hanseatic merchants and the clang of shipbuilders' hammers resonate in the brick-lined streets. It is a city that has managed to hold onto its unique character, a proud northern queen whose identity is forever shaped by the salt of the sea, the clay of the earth, and the ceaseless, life-giving flow of the river. Where three nations meet, Lake Constance, Bodensee, sprawls like an inland sea, shaped by the ancient Rhine glacier. Its waters, fed by the Alpine Rhine, nurture a unique ecosystem and create a mild microclimate. The lake's surface mirrors the sky, shifting from calm to wild with the fohn wind, while its shores flourish with orchards, vineyards, and life, an ever-changing living heart at the center of Europe. Rising from the placid waters of Lake Constance are islands rich in history and nature. Reichenau, with its ancient abbey and lush fields, is a living link to the past. Mainau bursts with vibrant gardens, a botanical paradise shaped by human hands. Lindau's old town, with its iconic harbor, echoes centuries of trade and culture. These islands are also vital sanctuaries for migratory birds, where nature and history thrive together. We ascend to the Zugspitze, the highest point in Germany, a colossal limestone massif at 2,962 meters. Here, the air is thin, the sun fierce, and the views breathtaking. The world unfolds below, a panorama of peaks, valleys, and distant lakes. At the summit, a meteorological station gathers vital climate data, making Zugspitze not just a destination, but a natural laboratory. Nestled at the foot of this alpine giant lies the town of Garmisch-Partenkirchen. It is, in fact, two distinct towns, united for the 1936 Winter Olympics, but still retaining their individual characters. This is a place where human settlement meets the untamed wilderness of the high mountains. The town serves as a crucial base camp, a gateway for those who wish to explore the surrounding peaks and valleys. Its very existence is defined by the mountains that tower over it, their immense presence shaping the culture, the architecture, and the daily lives of the people who call this valley home. Garmisch, on the western side, exudes a more modern, sophisticated air, its streets lined with elegant shops and bustling cafes. Partenkirchen, to the east, offers a glimpse into a more historic Bavaria, with its cobblestone lanes and traditional houses adorned with Luftmalerei intricate frescoes, depicting biblical and pastoral scenes. These paintings are more than mere decoration. They are a visual chronicle of the region's history, faith, and folklore. Walking through these streets is like turning the pages of a storybook, each mural a vibrant illustration of a culture deeply connected to its alpine environment. The lifeblood of this region is its connection to the outdoors. For generations, the people here have lived in rhythm with the seasons, from the summer pastures of the high meadows to the snow-filled winters that bring a quiet stillness to the landscape. This relationship has fostered a deep respect for the natural world and has given rise to a culture of mountaineering, skiing, and exploration. It is a place where the human spirit is constantly challenged and inspired by the grandeur of the surrounding peaks, a landscape that demands both reverence and resilience from those who inhabit it. Beyond the town, the landscape opens up into a playground of natural wonders. The Partnach Gorge, or Partnachklamm, is a spectacular example of the erosive power of water. Here, a wild mountain stream has carved a deep, narrow canyon through the solid rock over millennia, its churning waters echoing between the towering cliffs. In winter, this chasm transforms into a magical ice palace with colossal frozen waterfalls hanging like curtains of crystal. It is a powerful reminder that the same forces that built these mountains are still at work, constantly shaping and reshaping this dramatic and beautiful corner of the world. We journey now into a landscape of myth and legend, a vast rolling expanse of highlands known as the Schwarzwald or the Black Forest. It is so named for the dense canopy of its conifers, primarily fir and spruce, which cast the forest floor in a perpetual deep green twilight. To enter these woods is, honestly, to step into a world of profound quiet and ancient mystery. The air is cool and scented with pine, and the ground is a soft carpet of moss and fallen needles. This is one of Germany's largest and most famous forested regions, a sprawling ecosystem that has captivated the human imagination for centuries. The forest is a complex, multi-layered habitat. High above, the dense canopy filters the sunlight, creating a unique microclimate below. This canopy is home to birds like the crossbill, whose uniquely shaped beak is perfectly adapted for extracting seeds from pine cones. In the understory, a different community thrives. Ferns unfurl their delicate fronds in the damp shade, and fungi, in a dazzling array of shapes and colors, play their crucial role as decomposers, breaking down dead wood and returning vital nutrients to the soil. This is a world of silent, ceaseless activity, a cycle of growth, decay, and regeneration. Water is the lifeblood of the Black Forest. Countless springs emerge from the granite and sandstone bedrock, giving rise to streams and rivers that carve their way through the landscape. These waterways create deep, secluded valleys and thunderous waterfalls, like the famous Dreiberg Falls, where the Gutach River cascades down a series of rocky steps. The constant presence of moving water shapes the terrain and provides a critical habitat for creatures like the fire salamander. Its vibrant black and yellow markings are warning to predators in the gloom of the forest floor. This forest is not an untouched wilderness. For centuries, it has been a managed landscape, shaped by forestry and agriculture. The traditional Black Forest Farm, or Schwarzwaldhof, is a remarkable structure, with its massive, low-sweeping thatched roof designed to withstand heavy winter snows. These farmhouses, often housing the family, livestock, and hayloft under a single roof, are a testament to a way of life lived in close harmony with the challenging environment. They stand as enduring symbols of human adaptation and resilience in the heart of these dark, whispering woods. Deep within these forests, a unique and intricate craft was born, one that has become a symbol of the region known the world over. This is the art of the cuckoo clock. Born out of the long, dark winters when farmers were confined indoors, clockmaking became a cottage industry that required immense patience and precision. Using the wood sourced from the surrounding forest, these craftsmen created mechanical marvels. Intricate devices that not only told the time, but also brought a small piece of the forest's life, the call of the cuckoo, into the home. It is truly a perfect fusion of artistry, engineering, and nature. The culture of the Schwarzwald is woven from the threads of its environment. Folklore and fairy tales collected by the Brothers Grimm and others are filled with the mysterious atmosphere of these deep woods. Tales of woodcutters, enchanted creatures, and hidden cottages find their natural home in this landscape of towering trees and shadowed valleys. This cultural heritage is also visible in the traditional dress, most famously the Bollenhut, a lady's hat adorned with large red pom-poms, a vibrant splash of color against the deep green of the forest, worn on festive occasions as a proud symbol of identity. The forest has also given rise to a distinctive culinary tradition, built on the resources the landscape provides. The world-famous Black Forest Gatto, or Schwarzwalder Kirschtorte, is a rich confection of chocolate, cream and cherries, flavored with Kirschwasser, a spirit distilled from the region's sour cherries. Smoked ham, hearty breads and dishes featuring wild game and mushrooms are also staples of the local diet. This is a cuisine of substance and flavor, designed to sustain those who live and work in this often demanding environment, a true taste of the forest itself. Today, the Black Forest faces the modern challenge of balancing conservation with tourism and industry. Efforts are underway to protect its unique biodiversity and preserve the health of its ancient woodlands. National parks and nature reserves provide sanctuary for its flora and fauna, ensuring that the delicate ecosystem remains intact for future generations. The story of the Black Forest is one of enduring connection between people and place, a landscape that has shaped a unique culture and continues to inspire a sense of wonder. A dark and beautiful heart beating in the southwest of Germany. Nestled along the Neckar River, Heidelberg is a city where history and progress intertwine. Its ancient university, founded in the 14th century, is the heart of a vibrant, ever-evolving community. Students bring fresh energy, shaping the city's rhythms and future. Here, the past and present create a legacy that endures through generations. Across the river from the bustling old town, a path ascends the slopes of the Heiligenberg, the Saints' Mountain. This is the Philosophenweg, the Philosopher's Walk. It is more than just a simple footpath, it's a place of pilgrimage for those seeking contemplation. For centuries, professors and poets have paced this trail. their minds wrestling with the great questions of existence, all while gazing upon one of Germany's most romantic vistas. The path itself, really encourages a slower, more deliberate pace, a rhythm that's just perfect for deep thought, far from the immediate pressures of the urban environment below. The view from this elevated position is a true reward for the gentle climb. The city unfolds like a map, with the castle ruins presiding over the terracotta rooftops and the river carving a silver ribbon through the valley. This panoramic perspective offers a unique insight into the city's layout and its relationship with the surrounding landscape. It's from this vantage point that one can truly appreciate the strategic placement of the castle, the organic growth of the town, and the vital importance of the Neckar River as a source of life and a corridor for trade. It is honestly a lesson in geography, history, and aesthetics all at once. Down below, the river itself is a dominant force, shaping the life of the city in countless ways. The Alte Brücke, the Old Bridge, is a testament to the human need to conquer this natural barrier, to connect communities and facilitate movement. Its stone arches have withstood floods and the passage of time, becoming an iconic symbol of Heidelberg's resilience. The bridge is not just a crossing, it's a social space, a viewing platform, a stage for musicians, artists, and lovers, all drawn to the magnetic presence of the water flowing beneath their feet. The riverbank ecosystem provides a tranquil counterpoint to the intellectual energy of the university. Here, on the Neckarwiese, the city's inhabitants come to rest and play. It is a communal green space where the rigid structures of academic life dissolve into leisurely afternoons. This interaction with the natural world is crucial for the well-being of the community. It is a reminder that even in a city celebrated for its intellectual achievements, the simple elemental pleasures of sun, water, and open space remain a fundamental human need, a source of balance in a world of ideas. Out of the ashes of unimaginable destruction, a city has been reborn. This is Dresden, once known as the Florence on the Elbe, a jewel of Baroque architecture. In the mid-20th century, it faced an almost total annihilation, a cataclysm that reduced its splendors to fields of rubble and dust. Yet, like a phoenix, it has risen again. The restoration of this city is one of the most remarkable stories of collective will and craftsmanship in modern history. It is a testament not just to survival, but to the profound human need for beauty and the preservation of cultural memory. The Frauenkirche, the Church of Our Lady, stands at the heart of this resurrection. For half a century, its ruins served as a stark, silent memorial. Then, through a global effort, a painstaking process of archaeological reconstruction began. Each salvaged stone was meticulously catalogued, measured, and returned to its original position within the new structure. The darker weathered stones are the survivors, the original witnesses to history, peppered amongst the pale, new sandstone. The entire dome is a mosaic of past and present, a powerful symbol of reconciliation and defiant rebirth. This process of rebuilding was not simply an architectural feat, it was an act of healing for a wounded community. Generations of Dresdeners contributed, driven by a deep-seated connection to their city's identity. They were not merely reconstructing buildings, they were reclaiming their heritage, piece by painstaking piece. The sound of stonemasons' hammers echoing through the Neumarkt Square was the sound of a city's heartbeat returning. This collective effort forged an unbreakable bond between the people and the very stones of their home, a bond strengthened by shared loss and shared determination. Today, to walk through the restored historical center is to witness a miracle of persistence. The Zwinger Palace, with its ornate galleries and tranquil courtyards, and the Semperoper, the magnificent opera house, have been returned to their former glory. It is a landscape sculpted by artistic ambition, a habitat designed to inspire awe, yet it is a landscape that carries the invisible scars of its past. This duality gives Dresden its unique, poignant atmosphere, a celebration of breathtaking beauty, forever shadowed by the memory of its fragility. Within these resurrected palaces lies one of the world's most significant collections of art. The rulers of Saxony were voracious collectors, amassing treasures with a passion that really bordered on obsession. The Green Vault, housed within the Dresden Royal Palace, is a dazzling display of this ambition. It is a veritable cave of wonders, where gold, silver, ivory, and precious gems have been transformed by master craftsmen into objects of breathtaking intricacy and beauty. Each piece tells a story of immense wealth, political power, and the zenith of artistic skill in its time. The Old Masters Picture Gallery in the Zwinger is another of Dresden's great habitats for art. Here, one can stand in the presence of masterpieces that have shaped the course of Western art history. To gaze upon Raphael's Sistine Madonna is to experience a moment of profound connection with the past. The survival of these works, through wars and the devastating firebombing, is a story in itself. They were hidden away in remote castles and mines, protected from the destruction that consumed the city. A fragile cargo of cultural DNA preserved for future generations. This commitment to the arts is not confined to the past. Dresden remains a vibrant cultural center, a place where music and performance are woven into the fabric of daily life. The sound of the Staatskapelle Dresden, one of the world's oldest and most respected orchestras, fills the Semperoper with sublime harmony. The city's cultural life is a dynamic ecosystem, with historic institutions providing the foundation for contemporary artists to experiment and innovate. It is this constant dialogue between the classical and the contemporary that keeps Dresden's artistic spirit alive and evolving. The city's relationship with the River Elbe continues to define its character. The broad, grassy banks provide a space for festivals, markets, and quiet reflection, with the stunning silhouette of the Altstadt, the Old Town, as a permanent backdrop. The river has witnessed the city's golden age, its utter destruction, and its remarkable rebirth. It is the constant, flowing presence in Dresden's story, a silent observer that connects the city's opulent past with its resilient present, reminding all who visit that even after the most devastating fire, life and beauty can and will return. We arrive now in the capital of Bavaria, Munich. It's a city that, honestly, balances a deep respect for tradition with a forward-looking, cosmopolitan energy. At its very center is the Marienplatz, the city's main square since the 12th century. This is really the communal heart of Munich, a stage for public life where history is etched into every facade. The Neues Rathaus, the new town hall, dominates the space with its soaring Gothic revival architecture, a complex and theatrical display of civic pride built to look far older than it is, a deliberate choice to connect with a romanticized medieval past. The true spectacle of the Rathaus is, of course, its famous Glockenspiel. Twice a day or 3 times in summer, this elaborate clockwork mechanism springs to life. Crowds gather below, their necks craned in unison, a daily ritual of collective wonder. The figurines reenact 2 stories from Munich's history, a royal wedding and the Cooper's Dance, or Schafflertanz, which was first performed to mark the end of a plague epidemic. It is a charming and intricate performance, a mechanical celebration that reinforces the city's identity and provides a moment of shared experience for residents and visitors alike. From this central point, the city radiates outwards. The square is a hub of activity, the starting point for exploration into the bustling markets and grand boulevards. It has witnessed tournaments, executions, and imperial processions. Today it hosts Christmas markets and city celebrations. The constant flow of people through this space is like the circulation of blood through a living organism. It is the forum where Munich's soul is most visibly on display, a place of gathering, commerce, and community. Presided over by the golden statue of the Virgin Mary, the city's patron, atop her column. Surrounding the square are other vital organs of the city. The twin domes of the Frauenkirche, the Cathedral of Our Lady, form an iconic and legally protected silhouette against the sky. Nearby, the Viktualienmarkt, the victuals market, offers a feast for the senses, a vibrant ecosystem of fresh produce, local delicacies, and social interaction. This dense concentration of civic, religious, and commercial life around Marienplatz demonstrates a classic pattern of urban settlement. Yet in Munich, it is maintained with a particular blend of efficiency and charm, known locally as Gemütlichkeit. Munich's rulers, the Wittelsbach dynasty, were not only astute politicians, but also passionate patrons of the arts and sciences. Their legacy is a city endowed with magnificent palaces and world-class museums. The Munich residence, their former city palace, is a sprawling complex of buildings, courtyards and gardens. To wander through its opulent rooms is to take a journey through centuries of Bavarian history and European design, from Renaissance antiquariums to Rococo theatres. It is a monumental testament to the power and cultural ambition of a single ruling family. This passion for collecting has resulted in an extraordinary concentration of art. The Kunstareal, Munich's museum quarter, is home to a remarkable array of institutions. The Alte Pinakothek houses a breathtaking collection of old masters, a veritable who's who of European painting up to the 18th century. Its neighbor, the Neue Pinakothek, continues the story into the 19th century, while the Pinakothek der Moderne brings it into the present day with modern art, design and architecture. This compact, walkable district allows for an unparalleled immersion in the history of human creativity. Yet, for all its urban grandeur, Munich is a city that breathes. The Englischer Garten, the English Garden, is one of the world's largest urban parks, a vast green lung stretching from the city centre northwards. It is a masterpiece of landscape design created to mimic an idealized natural landscape. Here, the city's inhabitants escape the stone and asphalt to engage in a different set of rituals, surfing on a man-made river wave, relaxing in sprawling beer gardens, or simply lying in the sun. It is a vital habitat for recreation and social bonding. This balance between the urban and the natural, between high culture and relaxed leisure, is the key to Munich's unique character. One can spend the morning contemplating masterpieces of Western art and the afternoon drifting lazily down the Eisbach River. It is a city that embraces its dualities. It is a major center for technology and business, yet it fiercely protects its traditions, most famously during the annual Oktoberfest. This ability to hold tradition and modernity in a comfortable, easygoing embrace is the secret to Munich's enduring vitality and appeal. In the heart of the North German plain lies Berlin, a city once split by a wall, divided by ideology. The wall separated families and futures, its fall in 1989 unleashing a wave of hope and unity. Today, wildflowers, art and life reclaim the scars. The Brandenburg Gate stands as a symbol of resilience and unity. The East Side Gallery, once a barrier, now bursts with color and hope for the future. Berlin is not trapped in its past. It's a city of contrasts, where techno beats pulse in repurposed power plants, street art colors every wall, and cultures blend in vibrant neighborhoods. From green parks to all-night parties, Berlin is always evolving. A city where history and creativity shape a unique, ever-changing energy. On the banks of the Rhine stands Cologne, its skyline dominated by the Kölner Dom. More mountain than building, its Gothic spires have watched over the city for centuries. Through war and time, the cathedral stood unbroken, a symbol of Cologne's enduring spirit. Within, the Shrine of the Three Kings draws pilgrims as the Dom's shadow shapes the city's life. Beyond the cathedral's immense shadow, Cologne pulses with a unique and infectious energy. This is a city that knows how to live. Its spirit shines brightest during Carnival, when the streets erupt in color and joy. Year-round, locals gather in Brauhauser, sharing Kolsch and laughter. Along the Rhine, ancient history and vibrant life flow together in a joyful Rhenish rhythm. Where the Elbe meets the North Sea, Hamburg rises, a city built on water, shaped by tides and trade. Its vast port, the gateway to the world, never sleeps, connecting continents. From historic Speicherstadt warehouses to lively canals and lakes, water is the lifeblood of Hamburg, infusing every aspect of city life. Hamburg is a city of striking dualities, a place where grit and grandeur exist side by side. Nowhere is this more apparent than in the district of St. Pauli, home to the infamous Reeperbahn. This is the city's legendary entertainment and red light district, a mile-long strip of neon-lit bars, rollicking music venues and adult theaters. By night, It is a boisterous, chaotic, and unapologetically hedonistic environment. A place that has long provided shore leave for sailors and a playground for those seeking nocturnal adventures. It was here, in the smoky clubs of the early 1960s, that a young band called the Beatles honed their craft, shaping their sound before they conquered the world. But St. Pauli is more than just its notorious main drag. In the surrounding streets, a vibrant counterculture thrives. It is a neighborhood with a fierce sense of identity, home to a diverse community of artists, musicians, and activists. It hosts the beloved FC St. Pauli Football Club, famous for its passionate, left-leaning fan base and skull and crossbones emblem. The district's gritty, independent spirit provides a vital, earthy contrast to the more polished parts of the city. A reminder of Hamburg's raw working-class soul and its long tradition of tolerance and rebellion. Rising like a crystalline wave from the river itself is the Elbphilharmonie, Hamburg's spectacular concert hall and a bold statement of its cultural ambitions. Perched atop an old brick warehouse, its shimmering glass facade reflects the sky, the water, and the city, creating an ever-changing spectacle of light. This architectural marvel has quickly become the new icon of Hamburg, a symbol of the city's successful fusion of its industrial heritage with a forward-looking artistic vision. Inside, its main concert hall is renowned for its revolutionary acoustic design, offering a sublime auditory experience for performers and audiences alike. And so, Hamburg presents a captivating study in contrasts. It is a port city, with all the roughness and worldliness that implies, yet it is also a city of immense elegance and cultural refinement. It is the city of the raucous Reeperbahn and the sublime Elbphilharmonie, of historic red brick warehouses and futuristic glass architecture. It looks outwards to the world, its fortunes tied to the sea, while cultivating a rich and fiercely independent local culture. It is this dynamic tension between its different identities that makes Hamburg such a fascinating and endlessly surprising urban ecosystem. In the heart of Saxony lies Leipzig, a city whose very air vibrates with music. Here, Bach composed masterpieces, Mendelssohn found inspiration, and the Gewandhaus Orchestra continues a centuries-old tradition. Music flows through Leipzig's streets, churches, and concert halls, an unbroken legacy. From grand performances to spontaneous street music, this city's soul is sound. Leipzig is a living testament to the enduring power of music. Leipzig is more than music. It's where quiet prayers sparked a revolution. At St. Nicholas Church, citizens gathered, lighting candles for freedom. Their peaceful marches grew, becoming a river of hope that challenged oppression. Wir sind das Volk, we are the people, became their rallying cry. The Berlin Wall soon fell, and Leipzig's spirit endures, a city shaped by courage and hope. Frankfurt am Main rises above the Main River, its skyline a striking blend of glass, steel, and history. Here, global finance pulses in the towers, while centuries-old Rothenburg Square and half-timbered houses echo the city's resilient past. Along the riverbanks, people gather, bridging old and new. Frankfurt is a city of contrasts, modern ambition balanced with deep tradition. Frankfurt is a true confluence, where cultures, ideas, and people from around the world meet. Its vibrant neighborhoods, world-class museums, and rich literary heritage make it one of Germany's most international cities. From the Museum Sufa to the bustling book fair, Frankfurt connects past and present, finance and culture, Germany and the world. It's a city always in motion, thriving on diversity and defined by connection. Our journey through Germany's soaring Alps, ancient forests, and vibrant cities draws to a close. Each place reveals a unique story, a land of contrasts and enduring beauty. The world is filled with hidden gems and untold stories waiting to be discovered. Thank you for joining us. The journey continues. Please like, subscribe, and share for more epic travel adventures.